This is quiet horror. I noticed it because it blinked. Not me, the reflection. I was standing in the bathroom, half awake, going through the mindless ritual of brushing my teeth. I wasn't really looking at myself, just staring into the middle distance behind the glass. Then the reflection blinked. It was slow, heavy, deliberate. I froze. My own eyes were wide open, stinging from the air. I watched the glass, my heart hammering against my ribs, but nothing else moved. I leaned in, searching for a flaw in the silvering. The reflection copied me perfectly. Too perfectly. The synchronization was so exact it felt mechanical. It felt like a performance. I tried to rationalize it. Fatigue, a visual glitch. A misfire in my synapses where my brain filled in the gaps incorrectly. That lie didn't even last until sunset. Later that night, I went back. I stood before the mirror and raised my right hand. The reflection mirrored the movement. No delay, no lag. I stayed like that, hand raised, unmoving, longer than was comfortable. That's when I noticed the breathing. My chest was rising and falling in the rhythmic tempo of a man trying to stay calm. The reflection's chest was moving too. But the rhythm was off. It was close, but it wasn't a match. It was a fraction of a second ahead of mine. A different pair of lungs, breathing a different air. I backed away. The reflection stepped back with me. Still breathing, still watching. I draped a heavy towel over the mirror before I went to bed. I couldn't stand the thought of it watching me sleep in the dark. In the morning, the towel was on the floor. The glass was bare. I tested it again, something simple. I tilted my head to the left. The reflection followed. But this time it was lazy. There was a distinct, perceptible delay. It was as if it was getting bored of the game. That night, I set up my phone on the counter and hit record. I left the light on. I slept with the door open, clutching the sheets. When I checked the footage the next morning, the recording looked normal. Until the last few seconds. On the screen, I watched myself turn and walk out of the bathroom. I left the frame. But the reflection stayed. It didn't move at first. Then slowly, it leaned its face against the glass. It pressed its nose against the surface, peering into the empty room. Peering at me through the lens. I deleted the video. Now I avoid mirrors, not because I'm afraid of something coming out, but because I'm no longer sure which one of us is supposed to stay in. Tonight, I passed the bathroom in the dark. The light was off. The mirror was a slab of void. But I still saw my reflection. It didn't blink. Some stories should stay unheard,